Let me just educate Niels Cock real quick. Saudi Arabia is Middle East. Niels Cock is... What a guy. How does he not know where Saudi Arabia is? Saudi Arabia is like probably bigger than Europe. Let me just really quickly check. Saudi Arabia vs Europe size. Let's find out. I'm pretty sure that Saudi Arabia is like a massive country. Yeah. Look at the size of Saudi Arabia, by the way. Maps do not do it justice. This country is huge. It's like bigger than France, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, Poland, Czech Republic, Austria, most of Italy, Croatia, Hungary, a lot of the Mediterranean Sea up here. Half of Slovakia and Hungary. Pretty big, if you ask me. It's pretty big. It's even got a little bit of a Baltic state up there. It's pretty huge. So that's where. Wait, what is? Don't know. They had internet there. Cap Niels with the trash talk. Holy cow! We win this. Does Netherlands get more oil? Niels, stop! You can't say that, Niels. Oh my goodness, he's popping off. He's just trying to build his brand. He knows that this is gonna get some promotion. He's been streaming recently. He's trying to get as many new viewers as possible. I need to get this game started before he starts trash talk some more. This is Neil's asking about the weather, and Xkiller says it's cold. I mean cold. Yeah, what is cold? That's what I want to know, because cold in the Middle East is probably like summer in Scotland. I decided we'd probably have to get this one started. Link his street, mate. It'll be in the description of the video. Don't worry. It'll be in the description. But game 1 of Niels Cock and Osalon representing their entire nation versus the, recent debutants and now, should be names that you guys are aware of and familiar with on the stream of XKillerX and Ahmad. But that's a bad start. Niels punishing a double miss on the back wall with a good rebound. Niels with the 4 ping. Holy cow. The server's in his kitchen. We're actually live from Niels Cock's apartment. He's playing in the dirty basement, but the server's in his kitchen, right next to the microwave. With the 4 ping. That's unbelievable. I wonder how that feels. It's like better, maybe better than that. Oh, nice fake by Osalon. You gotta look out for this guy. The 1v1 ace match. Legend. Such a dangerous player. I've said this many times on my stream before. If you are challenging and you're the front man in 2s or 3s, you gotta hit the ball. 18. What? 18 degrees. Yeah, 18 in Netherlands equals everyone on the beach. Same as Scotland, man. 18 isn't cold. That's a good finish by XKillerX. He's just bodied this one over the line. Not a fan of Osalon's passive play here. I think he's kind of sentenced himself to death by taking that line. There was a lot of the goal for XKillerX to aim at. You see, his flick wasn't even the best, but it was still comfortably able to go in. There's the fake kickoff, though. These guys probably in comms. They are good friends, Osalon and Niels. As I know that there is some internal drama with the Netherlands squad. Not everybody's fans are playing together. Oh, look at this from Saudi Arabia. Ahmad to Killer once again. Great double touch attempt. He almost scores it himself off the inside of the post, and then the body onto Niels Cock. That is a huge play by Ahmad. He just slapped the backboard, slapped the post, slapped Niels Cock. The trifecta of slaps. And a solid tie game. They're going to take the lead. In fact, these guys are not messing around. 3 goals in hardly any more seconds. Great speed once again from Ahmad. I've got to say, the setup man for 3 goals. 3 goals for XKillerX, but it's been the speed of this young man that has enabled this to happen. And that's a miss on the kickoff by Osalon. They did a fake kickoff not long ago, but I'm pretty sure that was not a fake that they just did there, at least not intentionally. More mind games from Osalon. He's 1v1 now. Got Niels in the middle. Decides to go solo. Might have been better to pass in field, I think. And Niels, who did make a kickoff tutorial for Excel, showing us exactly just how good he is at kickoffs. If I recall, his main thing in the kickoff, or not kickoff tutorial, sorry, 50-50 tutorial, what am I talking about, is that he tends to flip earlier into 50-50s and challenges in other players and get the roof of his car to make a play on the ball rather than the nose, because the roof is usually bigger unless your nose is as big as mine. But still, Saudi Arabia holding pretty solid. They started off just about as badly as they could have hoped to. But now with a solid turnaround. I think these guys are also teammates. And I don't know what tournaments or stuff like that they play, but they are indeed teammates on the regular. Good friends. And Niels, decent pass here, just chips it on the half volley. Ocelon slots it in at the far post. A little bit of disarray in the net. And only 1 minute and 37 seconds is gone, and we're already 3-all. This is turning into a bit of a goal glut, as many Niels-Scott games do, because Niels' defense lull. I mean, look at this. Need I say any more? Oh dear, what is this from Niels-Scott? He's just somehow triple touched the ball straight to Xkiller-X, who has made them regret their existence. And Niels is going to have to step up his game, because these guys are not here just to mess around. They are here to play. 4 goals in less than 2 minutes. If we keep this up, they're going to be having a 10-goal game. Ocelon shuts down the attempted outplay on the wall. We have to remember that Niels is by far the player in this lobby with the least 1v1 experience. So will that come into play? Is that going to be a weakness for him if he gets caught out in a 1v1 position? So far, it hasn't looked like that. The goals that are being scored by the Saudis are mostly due to their speed and willingness to just commit to 50-50s, which is not surprising. I mean, these guys, when they've been playing 1v1 matches on my stream, are pretty solid in the 50-50, which is impressive to me, given the fact that they are playing on an away server, albeit green ping, still an away server. And this is not looking good for Netherlands. The Dutchmen need to up their game if they want to turn this one around before Game 2 in the series arrives. EU MVP, yeah. I mean, I've said before in the past, and no disrespect to Niels, I think he played very well. He was the best player on his team, and a team who made the playoffs and nearly made RLCS, and who took multiple great teams in Europe to 5 games. But statistics are they can be a little bit misleading. If you're going to name your MVP of the season purely off who had the most points per game out of everyone in the league, but then you don't look at where those points came from, because obviously most of Niels' points per games, or most of his points in the RLCS, came from beating up on the lower rated teams in the league like Envy, Flipside, and Team Secret. Of course, Envy and Flipside did not have good seasons, and in the games that they were, or the series that they were losing against the teams that did make RLCS, he did not quite play so well. He wasn't quite as impactful as somebody like Magnus, perhaps, who would have been my MVP of the season, I think, because he had some pop-offs against the top teams. Ocelon, 0 boost, double jump, bump attempt, doesn't work. It's been lots of pressure for Netherlands, but they're not getting very, dangerous setups. They're not creating chances that really look like they're going to threaten their Saudi Arabia 2v2 team. Again, confidence in the 50-50 by Xkiller. This is finally a good chance, but Niels fumbles it straight at Ahmad. And in final minute of what started off as an exceptionally, goal-filled game, it's very much calmed down. And credit to Saudi Arabia for playing solid defense. But oh my goodness, where on earth is the defense on this one as Niels slaps it home? Here, I definitely have to criticize Xkiller for going for this 50-50. That is really dangerous. And Ahmad cheating up on it as well. No need for both of these guys to be playing so risky when they're already 2 in the lead, but that is a great block by Niels, rewarded by the end-to-end pinch goal. Ocelon is up for this. He's decided to fake it. I would have loved to see Niels pass that a little bit more into Ocelon's line of attack. The way that he did decide to hit it did not really bring Ocelon into the game, and Ocelon decides to 50-50 it in regardless. Just as things were looking bleak for the Netherlands, they've not had any constructed chances of their own. They finally get one. Niels with a little pop to the middle. We have a 5-all game. 10 goals. I certainly hope we see as many goals as this in all the games. Ahmad smartly leaving that boost so he can grab it when he needs it more. Good dunk onto Niels and Ocelon. 1 goal right here could be deadly for the Saudis. Anybody wondering what hashtag KSA means, I just learned before the series starts it's Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, I believe. I've been informed by our lovely gentleman here. Also deciding to keep this up when he Could have just opted for OT. Does in fact snipe OT at the far side. 5-all. Are we going to see a quick overtime? Very often when you see these super high scoring games, overtime will be over in the blink of an eye, or will rather take ages. And then when you see like a 0-0, overtime just goes over in the blink of an eye. This one is going to be over in the blink of an eye, and such a shame Saudi Arabia crumble. They have only themselves to blame for this loss because they started off so well. They were winning comfortably by 2 goals, and then they both committed so hard in attack, with Xkiller opting into a 50-50 while he's on the outside. He's opposite goal side. He opts into a 50-50 with Nielskok in his opposition corner, gets punished with a pinch goal into his own net. Meanwhile, Ahmad was cheating into the middle of the box. Niels 4 ping. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Niels is actually hacking. Niels has confirmed it. He says he's cheating, don't worry. (103) in summer down to -11. Is that Fahrenheit? It's got to be Fahrenheit. What's the hottest temperature ever recorded in the Earth? I think, if I'm going to guess, it's in Libya. That's my guess. Somebody look it up. Or everybody in chat, go look it up and then tell me in the chat the country, the hottest temperature ever recorded occurred. Look at that jump demo by Niels. The confidence to lead Oslan into the 1v1 play. He flicks it over one. Xkiller is there to follow up though. Good challenging by Saudi. Even though Ahmad was taken out of the game by Oslan's flick, X was more than ready to follow up the clean interception. Oslan is trying to slow this game down. He doesn't want to give any momentum to Saudi Arabia for them to rebound with, but Niels is only interested in one thing, and it is disgusting, as he demos for the second time in the game with a jump, and the ball could not be more easily positioned for Niels to score. My nose is so itchy, this is killing me. I want to die. Oslan again from the ground, the place that he is the most dangerous, and he's gone for another mind game, a successful one, but he's overturned it. Luckily Niels is there to put it in. Oslan should have had this much sooner than he did, after completely faking Xkiller out of the game. Look at that save by Ahmad, actually an insane save. He dodges early, catches it just at the last second before it crossed the line. But we've gotten exactly the same start, or similar start as we did in the previous game, with Netherlands off to a flyer. Saudi Arabia taking a little bit longer to get going. They did rebound very, very quickly in game 1 with 3 quick goals back to back to back, and here we go again. Is this just the same game? Am I watching a replay as they get their first? Get Evu in here. He's really good. I don't know who that is, I'm sorry. In Russia, -51.1 degrees. Wait, that's the coldest. That's not the hottest. What's the hottest though? I don't want Fahrenheit. Get out of here with your Fahrenheit. Libya 134. I was right about the Libya, but I don't want to know Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit means nothing to me. Fahrenheit to me is just a lyric in that song by that band. Queen. Yeah, that's the one. Niels, nice attempted dunk on that air dribble. Doesn't work this time, but still the idea was good, and this is looking dangerous once again for Saudi Arabia as Netherlands apply the squeeze. SPN 12358, thanks for the prime sub. I appreciate it, man. It's been a lot of sport today, guys. I really do appreciate that so much. Xkiller extra. This time he's so scared of that demo. Niels has got him so worried about the demos that he's running high up the wall to get away from Oslan, or into the goal rather, to get away from Oslan. Oslan has been known to be quite a bumpy player himself, going for jumping demos and jumping bumps while the ball rolls into his opponent net in 1v1. Oh, and Xkiller gets caught out. This is a great read by Niels, predicting the fake of Xkiller. He sees Xkiller going for this, but I don't think you're going to. I don't think you've got any plans on hitting this. I'm just going to put it on your open net, mate. 4-1. This time, the 3-goal swing is avoided by the Netherlands, and they're looking very, very good now to go 2-0 up in the series. I know that the Saudi boys are not going to be easy to keep down, though. They're not going to give up. They know they've scored already 6 goals past Oslan and Niels, the EU MVP himself. And, you know, with that knowledge in their back pocket and the faith that they have in their own mechanical ability and in each other as teammates, I'm sure that they still believe in the comeback. I'm sure they still believe in the Game 2 comeback, far less the series comeback. Still though, struggling to keep Netherlands down at the start of a game is a big problem. If you're going to give these guys a 2-0 lead at the start of every game, you are asking for a tough one as Nielskog starts to fire from distance once again. Iskiller knows he has to go pretty fast here to get away from Niels, and Ossolan gets caught. If that had been a demo instead of a bump, we would have just seen a goal from Ahmad. But instead, oh no, instead we're going to see Niels score. And this is just disarray from Saudi Arabia. First, not the best clear, straight into Ossolan. And Niels trying to calculate that finish underneath the first defender, who was unfortunately bumped by Iskiller. They might need to calm themselves down, as right now they're trying to play at a million miles an hour. They're trying to just brute force this one and just beat Netherlands with speed. But Niels and Ossolan are more than willing to, sit back, accept that power. And right there, that kickoff by Nielskog is a perfect illustration. He just hits the break, waits for the ball to bounce off him, and sends it right back whence it came. 6-1, an incredibly one-sided game 2. Cesar, thanks for the 250. And another 250. What on earth is this?
Close your eyes and picture the following.
Okay.
You notice a wall of text in Twitch chat and your hand instinctively goes to the mouse. You scroll up to stop the chat elevator and read the pastor, indulging in its delights. You soon realize that this pastor conveys no information nor is particularly witty or funny. Nevertheless, you drag your mouse across, hit Ctrl+C, then Ctrl+V and press enter.
That is pretty much the internal monologue of every viewer in my stream. Sorry for just listening to that, but I mean, we got a pretty one-sided game here. Also, I'm getting punished for a cheeky little power slide turn in the midfield. I am not a fan of that one. Fake kickoff is very, very smart, I think, by either team, honestly. If any team goes for fake kickoff, I think it's a pretty smart play when you're ahead by a massive lead or behind by a significant margin. The former, because you're trying to get a kickoff where the ball is not going to be usable by people who are cheating. Oh, that's a smart shot by Ossolan. Niels with the steal, but this was a great slow play by Ossolan. Great placement, just flipping away from the ball to get it to loft over the top of 2 pre-jumpers. Thanks for the prime sub, Peak Shift. Welcome to the stream today, man. But yeah, I was talking about fake kickoffs. So obviously fake kickoffs are good if you're losing, because you have a good chance, maybe not all the time, but maybe I'd say 60% of the time you're going to secure the possession for your team. Unless you've done it before in the series, or you're a player who's known for implementing that strategy in their own games. Well, what a win for Ossolan and Niels. Oh, look at that though! What a shot by Ahmed! Ossolan with a no way, Niels with a nice shot. Look at this! Ball carry into air dribble into impossible angle rebound on the countdown. That is a play and a half. And if there's any way that you want to go into game 3 while being 2-0 down in a series, it is that. That is exactly what I like to see. Incredible angle shot on the rebound by this young man. And unfortunately, all goals in Rocket League, well, unfortunately for him, all goals in Rocket League are only worth 1 point. Or else they would have won the game based on that goal alone. Oh, I nearly said South Africa. I'm going to answer for them in case they don't see, but the only reason I know this is because Ahmad and XKillerX told me. Man, what a finish. That was beautiful. He knew that that's the only way he could score, so I've got to think he was planning it all along. The ball carry into the air dribble, into the peel away negative angle rebound. Yeah, it was definitely calculated. That's what he was going for. 100%. Just waiting on Niels to ready up here. He's probably just trying to think of some more banter to promote his brand while he's here. Definitely check out Niels' stream though. He's been streaming on Twitch quite a lot recently, and very funny to tune in just because he gets salty about everything, which I love. It's like me, but an RLCS EU MVP. Do I like the Netherlands? I've only been to Amsterdam twice in the Netherlands. Well, that's the only times I've been to the Netherlands, and yeah, I really enjoyed it both times. I think it's a really chill city. Very beautiful. Love the water everywhere. It's pretty cool. Oh, the forced own goal by Niels! What a play! Oh no, we gotta take another look at this. It's Ix, not with the best save, but then Niels just plays it right into Ahmad's line of attack. And Ossalon has left the match. Okay, he's joined back in. Is he going to get in time? Yes! Ossalon with the return. What a play. That was insane. Niels Skog with a forced own goal. He's like, well, Ahmad, I know you can probably score a better looking goal than me, but I can make you score a pretty good looking goal for me as well. And the mind games for the Netherlands are starting to ramp up to 11. Again, they're 2-0 up in a matter of minutes. This is turning into a big problem for Saudi Arabia. They're committing a lot too hard to blocks on their first challenge. And I talk about this a lot during reviews, but when you are challenging before your teammate in 2v2 or 3s, just make sure you get a piece of the ball, because if you get faked, you have shafted your teammate pretty hard. And that's not the first time in the series that we've seen the first challenger come in and get faked for Saudi Arabia. Certainly, in my opinion, something they could work on. And they, of course, just need to be a little bit more careful. I don't know if this is at all just a failure to be able to forget about the previous game before getting into the next, and they're starting off so badly in every single game. Nice bump onto Niels. But with Ossalon being as solid as he is in the challenge, he was always going to be the favourite to come out with the ball there. Not the best pass by Ahmad. He was looking for Killer X in the midfield. Unable to find him this time. Niels willing to follow up on just about anything from Ossalon there. They have been pretty faithful to each other this series. Killer trying to run away from Niels Skog and get a dribble on Ossalon at the same time is no easy task. And we see there the struggle. What a block by Ossalon. Niels and Ossalon really are putting on a masterclass of challenges and mind games in 2v2 as Niels again going for the bump on Killer, and the bump is going to be evaded, but it's still a tough save. Gets help on the clear from Ahmad, but the pressure is just relentless. I nearly said relenting, which would have been completely false, but it's relentless from Netherlands. And oh no, the mind game, intentional or not, Ossalon has put Killer X in a horrible position, and you got to wonder, what did this look like on Killer's screen? Was he waiting for the hit that never happened? Do you accept the game on ME services? Killer X, he's dropping the challenge to Niels and Ossalon. He's saying, right, we came over to your home stadium, and to be fair, we've been clapped. You know, there's no doubt about that. Niels and Ossalon on this day on the EU are just too much for Killer and Ahmad. Although we have to say, game one should have been the Saudis. They just overcommitted on. They certainly overcommitted on what do you call it? The 5-3 lead that they had. Just gifting Niels Skog a pinch goal from his own half. Never something you want to do. But this might be just a surrender. I don't know. Are you surrendering? Are you forfeiting game 3? I don't know if they're playing this one out. I think they might be forfeited. Let me ask him. Because obviously there's no way to vote to forfeit in a private game, which yeah, okay. Wait, alright, yeah, they say they're forfeiting. I mean, that's totally fine. I'm not against this. I think that's totally fine. Like, I watched other esports where, you know, voting or saying GG or leaving early is not even frowned upon. In fact, it's encouraged, because it's just silly when you're watching a game that's already clearly over in every situation where there's not like a natural disaster or a heart attack. So we're going to go into Middle East server and see if Killer X and Ahmad can have any more success. I'll take off the scoreboard because obviously the series is over. GG's was called. Let's see how well. KNL, Kingdom of Netherlands. How long has that been up? I only just noticed this. How long has that been up? I only just noticed the hashtag KNL from Ossalon and Niels Skog. I love that. That's phenomenal. Oh my goodness, look at the plays from Nielskog, side to side, up and down. You can't stop him. Gets the pop, gets another one, takes it past Oslo and Xkiller and Ahmad in the blink of an eye. I'm late to the party. Have they done this for ages and I just didn't even notice? Am I actually that stupid? Oh, Nielskog with the trash talk. We could also try Australia if you think you guys have a better chance there. This is like Nielskog stream in a nutshell. He's just perma salty. If you ever, run out of salt in your kitchen, you're making some, pork, and you just wish it was salted pork, like from Lord of the Rings, and you don't have salt, just go to Nielskog stream. It's there in abundance. It's in fact so abundant that I have to be careful not to have a heart attack just watching a stream. My cholesterol is reaching incredibly high levels.
The Bunnies of the Netherlands has some solid Rocket League players.
Yeah, the Netherlands Kingdom is looking pretty good right now. And they're utterly demolishing Saudi Arabia, regardless of server. Every single game we have seen 2-0 for Niels and Ossalon. So quickly. It's brutal to watch. They're just starting off so fast every single game. And although we saw one game that looked a little bit different than the others, which was game 1, where Ahmad and Xkiller were able to respond with 4 goals. And I don't know if they scored 4 or 5 in a row. I think it was 4 in a row before they lost one more, then went 5-3 in the lead. And from 5-3 in the lead, almost nothing happened for an entire minute before that crazy cross-the-map pinch own goal that Niels forced Xkiller to score. So what I want to see from the Saudi Arabia team is just a much more conservative start. They need to be so much more careful on kickoffs, because the kickoff is the most volatile part of a Rocket League game. And obviously once their rotation is established and once they start driving around the field, they're a bit better positioned. They're not getting outplayed anywhere near as easily. But from kickoffs, they just look so vulnerable because Niels and Ossalon are able to find the weakness and to start to outplay them right from the get-go. Is that a double demo by X onto Niels? Great team play as well. X unable to get it past Niels at the near post though. And then Niels with some alone time. He's decided to side flip away from this one, give it to Oslan instead, who has decided to give it straight to Ahmad. But misplay leads to misplay leads to misplay. Nobody getting a good touch on the ball there. All 4 players sort of mishitting on what they intended to do. And this scoreline still stands. Oh, there we go. Finally, a bit of respite for Saudi Arabia, as Ossalon with a very, very strange leave in the midfield. I need to see this from his POV to see what on earth he was trying to do. Well, I can't agree with a fake challenge there. I'm sorry. That doesn't look like a good idea. You just bring the YouTubers. Can you look for Middle Eastern players better than these? I mean, Ahmad is like top 25 in 1v1 ladder pretty recently, so. And he had a good series. He smashed Polypol. He took Scrub to 5 games. So clearly he's a top level player. And Xkiller X looked like he was going to be the clear favourite against Jesse. He should have been leading 2-0 before Jesse came back in pretty hilarious fashion. In classic Jesse fashion, he was able to outplay his opponent by misplay. This is what happened. Of course, the other game that Xkiller lost the streak, he took a game off OSM, who's currently world number 1. So these guys they've had it tough. They're not up against easy opponents, and they will tie the game. Xkiller getting Ossalon once again, this time with his own medicine, the mind game from point blank range. Good job to work that one in. I'm pretty sure that was the only way he could score, with Niels right behind him looking for the demo. Oh, is this a disconnect from Xkiller? He did tell me that his internet is not very good, so he might have just disconnected. His internet is bad, he told me. So yeah, his internet might just be disconnected. Oh. Is he back? No, he got bumped into this new position. Yeah, Xkiller has disconnected. We'll see if he can get back in quickly. Luckily, we are tied up, so we might just be headed to an OT. Or is Ahmad going to try and 1v2 this? It looks like he might, and he's going to nearly score. He is going for the 1v2, guys. Respect. Respect has to be given for the boldness, the bravery. Too bad to win, says Niels. One of his less creative roasts, but still a roast nonetheless. There we go. See, is Niels going to make a play here? Is he going to let Ossalon 1v1? No, he is indeed going to make a play. We're going to try and style on them. And Ossalon with the redirect almost finds the top corner. That would have been pretty nasty. Ossalon with the no-look shot from a tight angle. Right now, though, with Kingdom of Netherlands playing a little bit more free and going for some montage plays, Ahmad looks like he might actually have a chance here. He is, of course, a 1v1 player, and if you're going to win a 1v2, being a 1v1 player is pretty helpful. How is he going to take apart a player who is both higher ranked than him and, of course, more experienced than him on stream in Ocelon, and the EU MVP, Niels? Both of these guys, Grand Champ 2v2, comfortably. But with 22 seconds left, they have been unable to score against a single player. But this is just brutal. They've gone for the bump, and the, oh my goodness, the dribble across the goal from Niels is just savage. But it looks like they're going to be punished for their disrespect, and they've given a huge chance. A little bit more care could have led to a goal, and in fact it will. Ahmad says, "You disrespect me, I'm going to score on you guys 1v2." As Nielskog was a great pass into the middle. And also on late reaction, XKillerX rejoins the match, probably wondering what on earth is happening. But the Nielskog disrespect gets completely shut down. And in the nick of time, XKillerX is here to stop a kickoff goal. GG. Ahmed shutting down all the haters. Wins the 1v2. And although there was disrespect to incredible levels from Nielskog, has to be said, Ahmed played that pretty well. He was in a tough situation. Oslan tried to bump. This will be hard for you, says XKillerX. He's ready for a best of 5. I mean, I don't know if these guys are available for more games. I don't really mind. We've already played 4, so Nielskog says what? Well, I think what Ahmed or what XKillerX is saying is that if they play best of 5 in Middle East, they will win. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm understanding from this challenge. Read it again. This has been a great fiesta, guys, says Niels. GG's, thanks for the show. GG's, Hens. I had a feeling that this was going to be the end. It was a good way to finish. Ahmed getting some good bit of karma onto Nielskog's disrespect there, but the story goes on. There's definitely a rivalry brewing, I think, between Niels and these guys. But yeah, big thanks to those guys for being on a show. It was a lot of fun.